Welcome, friends and enemies, to another edition of The Long Con. This is episode 3, I believe.
It sure is.
We're here to talk to you today about our experiences at Anime CTX, some of the upcoming products we have for the next few cons coming up, as well as whatever stuff's going on. I mean, I know that new Pokemon Direct is coming next week, so
that Pokemon.
I'm already excited for that. All those leaks that came out have been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Also, some other stuff that I've been working on as well. Got A Fest for August coming up. I actually am in one of the volunteering positions, do badge art for them, and
lots of cool stuff.
Yeah,
Pirates
is the theme.
Pirates.
It's really funny because I think if you've some of the in progress work on Patreon, you'll look at some of the art and say like that doesn't look like pirates at all. That's because it was originally said to us that it was going to be game themed, board game, video game, otherwise, because this year A Fest is doing another convention that they want to do.
Game Fest.
Yes. They're doing it together. Just so that you can see what interest is there. Basically, you pay for one badge, but you get to go to both conventions, which is really nice.
Pretty interesting.
Which will be, much better than other conventions they've done. We'll see how they do that. I expect it to be pretty decent.
Should be okay, I bet.
Yeah, I think we're going to have fun. But
I want to know if they have, gaming guests for Game Fest.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
They haven't really announced any guests yet, because, it's still a couple months out.
Yeah, because actually, if there was some game developers there.
It's actually already June. That is a little weird to think about.
It is bizarre, yes.
Yeah. Which actually, speaking of June and conventions, we will be at A-Con this year.
True, we did get in.
We did get in, we found out...
Is there a floor layout yet for that still?
No, God no. Why would there be? It's not
I can only hope that everything is set right next to Big Tech's. Artist Alley will be right next to Big Tech. That's it. Not even inside. We'll have to die out in the heat, but at least Big Tech's will be there.
Protect us. At least if
you're although they didn't give him a gun. I remember that.
What was it? Actually, they did have a map of where everything is in location, where Artist Alley is, where the dealer room is, in terms of.
Oh, they do have a map?
Well, for the buildings and stuff, not the actual layout of where we're gonna be at.
Oh, well, that's still more than I knew was even out. So.
That's true. It's okay. They just haven't really being at Fair Park, being what Fair Park is. It's still just.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything other than to say is utterly odd. I couldn't tell you either way.
Yeah.
What else? Actually, maybe I'll just let me go take a quick peek, see if I can't find the A-Con map. Let's see if I can find that, because I think here, map and hours. Naturally, it's just a video. Ripperoni pepperoni. So let me just go. Can I get a map, please? Okay, let's just see what we got here for Fair Park. Let's just look at Fair Park. Nope, it's still that video.
Nope.
Oh.
So what's the video this week? What's going on? I realized I hadn't started it.
Oh,
we're just talking. Yeah. So
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, it'll be edited. I'll leave this in so no one will know.
Yeah. Wow. Can't even find a map for the A-Con thing. I could have sworn I got it maybe in an email. Let me check my email.
It's fine. It's whatever.
All right. Well.
So this week we're testing out my new Canon GX7. GX7? G7X? Hold on, I got it right here. I'm not the camera guy. G7X Mark II. It's a nice little camera. I heard it was really good for vlogging.
Mark II. Gotta make it sound like it's fucking like mech.
Yeah, dude. That's part of the reason to buy it. It's sweet.
It sounds like a mech. It sounds like a...
It's like the Gundam.
Yeah.
Gundam has MK2 after his thing.
Does it?
Yeah, RX-7 MK2.
You're right. I was thinking of Macross. I was thinking of those mechs. I thought they had MKs and something like that in their names too.
It's been a long time since I checked out a Macross name.
That's fair.
I know there's a YF-19.
I've got a model box here, a VF-1S. So, yes, they do that same kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I probably got it completely wrong in whatever one I said. I haven't seen Macross Plus in 8 years or something. Since I played the PS1 game. Game is sick.
Check it out.
Check it out. Look, once you get good at the automatic missile dodging, playing versus mode against each other is a nightmare.
It is,
I'll let you know that. Those are 20-minute matches. Don't do it.
I remember playing the PS2
Actually,
version.
do it. It's all about who fucks up first. It's sweet.
And as you can see here...
Oh, yeah, this is the part where you're trying your hand.
Yeah,
you're looking at your hand. You're that's not what a hand looks like.
Yeah.
I need to learn to hand.
Yeah, it's I know how to do hands better than this. Come on.
Yeah. You need to give yourself a hand.
We're going to edit that out.
No, we're not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm editing it out. It's been edited out.
It's been edited out.
Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him it wasn't edited out.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody. So, speaking of art here, this is part of... we're trying to do some more small products to go along with some of the
We're trying
prints and all that.
Yeah, we're redoing stickers.
We're at a weird crossroads for small product because whereas we have good designs, have cool ideas, but sometimes it's kind of weird because like when you're doing conventions and stuff like that, like when you're trying to sell art and things like that, you kind of also want to know what it is who you're trying to pick up in your audience.
Yeah, definitely.
So like, do we want to get more keychains? And if we get more keychains, who are we, targeting by getting more keychains? Who do we want to get more stickers? And if we are, who are we targeting? That sort of kind of thing,
Boring stuff.
Really boring, but
boring, but it's awesome.
I find it very fascinating.
Oh, it's great. That's what makes it so boring.
Yeah. It's like with the Detective Pikachu movie, the guy is an insurance adjuster. And I was like, man, that job sounds fucking sweet. Like, let me see that. Fuck this like whole detective shit. Let me get this part with the him just going in like a Snorlax is caved in a roof or some shit like that.
Right. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, because like that's basically the plot to Trigun. Like,
it really is.
Yeah, like, it's just two insurance adjusters having to go after this fucking moron that breaks everything.
Great. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. But we're definitely trying out new designs because again, with things like keychains as well, you have to
bulk
order
a lot. Yeah, you have to order a good number of them.
And we've had like ideas. One person was harassing us at Anime CTX to get a Nero keychain from Black Clover. Yeah, and I said, look, I'm gonna give you.
It's gonna be spoilers.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the manga spoilers because fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. The perfect design is the most spoilerific design.
It's so true though, man.
So
like for those of you
we're the people who don't care. We will spoil you.
Yeah.
Like in our product. We try not to spoil it in conversation though.
Yeah. We're what you call manga elitists.
Yeah, we're elitists.
Yeah. We're the worst kind of people.
Yeah, we're easily like the elite four of Artist Alley.
It's true.
You're gonna have to fight us and probably at least two other people, I guess, to get to 4.
It's true.
Unless it's 4 booths.
If it's 4 booths, I'm trying to think. We could put JoJo in what part of that?
Yeah.
Stephanie. I think I'm down to be putting Hero in that Elite 4.
Yeah.
It's just, elite in different genres.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Stephanie's really good with like all of the, pins, enamel pins,
products.
Her
and stuff's really good.
Like stuff like that. Hero being the Elite 4 of Dakis.
Yes. The weirdest. Yes. If you want it.
Yeah.
You should go over there.
If you want your fetish porn, go get it. No, I love Hero to death. He's really cool. He does things that I could never hope and dream of doing in terms of porn. I can't do lewds. I'm sorry, y'all.
This hand it looks much better after you redid it.
Definitely, yeah.
It looks good inked too later.
Speaking of, we were talking about this with somebody at Anime CTX, and we keep saying we're going to talk about Anime CTX. We had a guy come up to the booth who was a very nice guy. He was talking to us about all his cool ideas he had and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he never messaged us back though, did he?
No, not yet.
Because I would plug him. Definitely.
Yeah, because he was talking about how he wanted to get back into art and had like a whole how do I want to describe it? Like he kept talking about like how he didn't want it to be like cheating to get reference.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, wait, do people really say that reference is cheating? That's so bizarre.
They do, and that's a weird stigma that comes around. It just doesn't make any sense to me because
it really doesn't.
Like I think there's like a weird thing that people think that artists are just magic.
I could see that.
Like where it's like, oh, you can just draw whatever's in your head. You don't need to even look at a picture. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Looking at this picture of Shinso, I'm taking a reference of the character himself because I have a good vague idea of what he looks like. Even like the creators of mangas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When they're working on their stuff, they have like reference style sheets for their characters.
Yeah, it's true.
I
love the video where Araki draws all the JoJos and he just like pulls out a giant Vogue book.
Yeah, and he also
starts flipping through.
Yeah, and he's also got the
Yeah, he has the thing for his own characters too.
He's got the character sheets for his own characters. He's also got pictures from the museum. He's got he's actually looking at statues from like Michelangelo and Raphael and all Donatello and all them Renaissance painters and shit like that. But basically the point is that like every professional artist uses reference. Like no there's not anytime they don't use reference you can tell like it doesn't look right. It doesn't matter, like, you get reference. Like, if anyone tells you you're cheating, they're just jealous because of that.
Yeah, they got problems, man. That doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to utilize every tool available.
Exactly. That's why it's great. We have, like, internet for that. We also have, libraries and stuff like that. Like, if you
go to your local public library.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to say. Yeah. Not because one of us works at the library and plugs them all the time.
I will always plug them because there's some stuff there I believe in.
Okay, Naruto.
Sure, man. But still, not the point. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, when it comes to, like, art and things like that, he was kind of, like, you know, down on himself. He felt like every time he drew, he got mad that it wasn't looking the way he wanted it to. And, like, honestly, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's just, you know, you gotta just keep doing it. And, like, but not in the sense of, like, mindlessly keep drawing the same thing over and over again. You gotta be mindful about that. Like, I'm drawing because I want to get better at one thing, you know?
Yeah, you
hair,
practice,
hands, that sort
if you
of
have
thing.
a goal in mind.
Right. And then he had this really cool idea for a series where people have to wear masks.
Yeah, the mask thing was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They were all like based on cars.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
I
really wish I want him to send us stuff.
Yeah, if you're out there.
Yeah, if you hear this, send us some stuff, man. We were waiting for some art.
I'm definitely interested in seeing where it goes. Because again, like, what's interesting too is like art doesn't have to be like good to be marketable. Like everyone always does this, and I'm gonna do the same thing too. If you look at the old One Punch Man, Mob Psycho comics, they're technically, like, artistically wise, like if you were to look at their art and say, wow, this is very poorly drawn, but like there's something there because there's actually levels of substance with the story, characters, and people, you know, are reacting to it because there's like something they feel there. They feel something, you know, is real.
Yeah, the original version by One. Right?
Yes, by One. Yeah. Again, if you haven't read that, go check it out. Like, and you know, it started out as like a weird webcomic that he just did because it was fun to do. Like, he wasn't being paid to do it. He was just doing it because he wanted to. Yeah. And then, like, the creator of iShield 21, he found it and he was like, man, this is fucking awesome. And then he just approached him and said, hey, man, can I draw this?
Let me draw this. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's just like,
dude, I was reading your random webcomic and I want to actually draw it.
Yeah, and they got it published.
Get on this hotness.
I think it was Shonen Jump picked it up, or Viz. No, Viz picked it up for here. I mean, Shonen Jump.
I don't know the actual magazine that publishes it over there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I know it's online.
Yeah,
it's an online thing. It's still not like it's printed in the volumes, but not in like a magazine specifically. But stuff like that. Like, if you have cool ideas, I wouldn't worry about as much about the art because eventually it'll just get better. If you look at like old One Piece comics, old Shaman King, old Naruto. Naruto's a little weird because I actually like old Naruto art a little better.
I don't know, but the pilot for Naruto looks like ass.
Yes, it does. That's true.
Pilot, if you can find it, go find it. It has a completely different plot and it kind of does look bad.
Yeah, same with Bleach. Old Bleach art looks terrible compared to the gets to
the end.
Yeah.
So
even when he stops doing backgrounds, but still, it still like looks very pretty compared to stuff. Like, so art will always just improve over time as long as you keep doing it consistently. But like, story is something that's, you know, you have to also keep at, and I think story ends up 9 times out of 10 being way more important than art.
Yeah, generally, if you have a good narrative, it can trump your art.
I've seen millions of things that look really pretty, and then I read it and I'm like, man, this is awful.
Yeah. I know a common example for like American stuff was Beavis and Butthead when that was at like the height of it.
It
looked terrible. Most animators were like, this looks awful, but they're, you know, it's
great.
Huge. People are getting paid mad money.
Same thing, actually, thinking of that too, is a lot of things about like complicated art versus simple art. Like, there's a philosophy I learned from when I was in college that overcomplicating a page in a comic is just not worth it. You want to be able to tell an entire story in one page. Yeah, that's where like the poster adventures started about, was being able to try to tell a story with no words in one page. But so you have to like cut a lot of stuff, like, so like you're like going in like, well, I want to have this big long monologue from a villain, and you're like, you know, dedicating 10 pages to that monologue, when in actuality you could have just cut it down to 1 page. When I had to do a comic in my style, and then I had to change it and do it in another person's style. So like in my style, it was like this long-winded speech about like, you know, flipping coins, and when a coin you flip it and it goes in the middle here, you already know what you want to do before it even touches the ground. And then I had to change it into the style of Gary Panter. If you don't know Gary Panter, he's a legend of underground hippie comics. He did Pee-wee's Playhouse, the set design for that. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, he's
I
really
love that stuff.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's also really funny. If you ever get a chance to meet him, just ask him to tell you all the stories he has. They're all very funny. He also did like this thing called Jimbo in Purgatory and stuff like that. But this other comic, the one I modeled the pages off of, was called The Asshole.
Oh, okay.
So if you ever look up Gary Panter's The Asshole, it's done in this really crude Beavis and Butthead, even cruder than that style. But it's simple. And basically you can understand pretty much everything that's going on because of the fact it's simple. And the dialogue is very quick and to the point. And so basically in terms of copying that, instead of that long-winded speech about flipping a coin, he's just like, he flips the coin, lands on the wrong thing, he's like, oh, it's tails. I'm going to shoot you anyway, and then it's over.
Nice.
And so stuff like that. So writing is always very important, and probably more important sometimes than the art. There's like, drawing this My Hero Academia character.
Yeah, like speaking of art, I love this hair.
Yeah.
Like the way that this dude's hair always is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Horikoshi does it, and I feel like you always get it because this is what, the second time I think you draw on Shinso.
Probably the fifth time.
Well, what other times did you? I know you had that.
I
know there was at least one. Oh no, there was another commission.
Yeah, I've had multiple
for a
commissions
sticker,
with Shinso.
and there was another commission
With him on
like right after he got the mask.
Yeah, and there was another commission before that where he was on the bike.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So it was like at least 3, and this
This
will
is
be
at
the
least
fourth. This will be my 4th time.
third to
drawing.
4th time drawing him. Yeah. So,
But
and of
no.
course we got the phone in the camera.
Right, obviously.
Yeah, we're still working on setting this up.
Yeah, that's all I mean.
For
but-
everyone out there, this is not easy. Cameras suck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no, back to this, because my point was that if you've read any of Horikoshi's other series, some of the writing it is kind of ass.
Yeah.
But the art is still very pretty. But you're like, well, technically it's fine. The art really is pretty, but it's not selling because no one cares.
Yeah. This is just the perfect series, perfect time, and like I feel like he just, he loves superheroes. He loves American superheroes,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So-
So he's definitely do what you like.
Definitely.
If you have a story or something that you really like, put it out there.
Because it's because people also are what's the word? They're attuned to your affections. In a lot of
Definitely.
ways. So like if you have an infectious love for something, a lot of people will catch onto that and kind of latch onto it. It's really interesting because
Yeah.
like I don't know, like they can usually tell if a creator is not interested in a story.
You can 100% tell.
Yeah, like I don't know, like when Bleach was ending, you could tell that there was a lot of parts where he was just like, I don't want to fucking do
Or
this.
Claymore. There's
Claymore,
parts
yeah.
when the editor and the artist and everyone were having disputes, you could definitely tell like it was
Yeah.
suffering.
It's very interesting to see kind of that stuff too. But like it was funny when I was in another story from when I was in college. I was doing a comic. It's like a detective story sort of thing, and I was trying my hardest to make it interesting. And like all the pages were kind of really annoying, and I didn't want to draw any of it. And I was talking with Josh about it, my brother, and I said, "Man, I can't really. All these drawings seem boring. I'm not liking this at all." He's like. And then he looks through it, he reads it. I was like, yeah, it's because you don't look like you're interested in the story at all. It's like, I don't know, like people pretty easily can tell that you didn't want to do this. And like, and he asked me, is this for an assignment? I said, no, I wanted to do this because I thought it was a cool story and I thought I could get it in the paper pretty easily. He's like, yeah, it's not working out. You should just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing when to stop is actually like a really good skill in anything because you definitely don't want to waste your time. There's so much stuff going on these days that just wasting your time on things is not very good, and that goes for like almost anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. We definitely don't want to waste your time on things that don't matter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like learning to prioritize like what's good.
Yeah,
and maybe your idea doesn't feel so good now, but you can always try and flip it around and re-examine it.
Yeah, because like that's what we did with the Anomaly series. Because that one's a very raw series that I've been like working on for a while, but it just hadn't found
what it wanted to do.
Yeah,
like you have a good basis,
but it's not anywhere near polished enough or like figured out. And like when I did it as my senior portfolio piece, my professor said, so who is this villain of yours? Like, what is he? And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what do you mean you don't know? I was like, I really don't know. I have an idea, but I don't honestly know. And that's when he said like, well, this comic has a lot more successes than failures, so you're gonna pass. That's all that matters. And I'm glad you learned a lot of things from this, but one of the things you need to remember is that when you're making something, you need to know your characters before you put them to paper.
I'd agree,
Especially when you put them to ink, too.
That's when you get those parts in a series where you're like, why the hell are they doing this?
Yeah.
Once you get to the part of some series where the characters are like doing shit that
why does Karapika have a dolphin?
Why does Karapika have a dolphin?
Why does Karapika have a dolphin? Yeah.
Why does Karapika have a dolphin?
Yeah.
Shit like that. It's kind of like, maybe I messed up somewhere.
Yeah. What happened? Maybe that's why I'm on hiatus. I don't know. It's like, not to be like, I don't know if it's like getting on a soapbox and telling people what to do, but like it's one of those things. It's like you really do need to do, A, what you love, B, know when it's not worth pursuing anymore.
Yeah.
And just doing it is another thing too. Like,
don't be afraid to try starting it off.
Yeah, because like so many people
asking people if it sounds like a good idea is always you might as well.
Well, it's also a thing I noticed too is a lot of people get stuck on chapter 1 and making sure chapter 1 looks perfect. Bro, like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, your chapter 1's almost never going to be perfect.
Yeah, you can always just redraw it later.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, the Tokyo Ghoul artist redrew their chapter 1 like right when they were starting off the sequel series, Tokyo Ghoul Re, because they were like, you know, wanting to just get everyone back into the swing of things, but it was basically an excuse for them to redraw it, and it looks a million times better.
I'll bet.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how like much they have changed since the beginning of that series. And same too, like I know One Piece is a little weird example because Oda did that one shot like 3 times before it took off, because there was one point where instead of Shanks giving him the hat, it was his grandpa.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was two, I think it was 2 iterations where it's the grandpa. This random guy, his devil fruit just lets him have a bunch of weapons.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah,
it's been a while, but man,
God bless. That is weird to think about. But yeah, like that's a different case. I wouldn't say do that because the reason I would say don't do that is because Oda was, you know, being paid to do that. If you're being paid to redraw your series because, you know, they think, hey, this is good, but we need to, you know, try it one more time. We're gonna pay you to do it. Then do it, because you know your time is also, you know, money as well. If you're doing art or anything like that, you want to make a living off of it too. Specifically, chapter 1 looks bad to you in terms of like maybe the art's not perfect. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just go to chapter 2 and then go back to chapter 1 later. As long as you like, honestly, a lot of people don't seem to understand the value of just finishing it. Finish the book.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Finish the book, and then like, because like you know, when people want to sell their work to a publisher, a lot of publishers like it when your work is finished.
Yes.
Especially if you're a new person going in, like they love when your work is done. They're like, oh, you already have the book finished? Great. All we have to do is, you know, like get an editor to proofread your art and then say, well, this art looks bad in this area, but you can just, you know, fix that, and that'll probably take about a couple weeks to fix up all the, you know, art and shit, and then we can go to print. It's great. They love people who are you know, done. Like, it's amazing actually how much they love people who are done.
I really like the way these bandages came out, because like the part where it goes behind his head kind of reminds me of that thing in like Japanese where the gods have those claws that go like behind their head and like over their head. It kind of reminds me of that like divine thing. So it's kind of interesting. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's kind of
to
interesting.
me. I don't think it definitely wasn't intentional.
No, it wasn't.
But that's being a weeb. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it.
Well, I mean, you know, the fans love Shinso. They do think he is divine, and
Shinso is pretty sweet.
Yeah, he does.
There are so many Shinso cosplayers now. It's great.
Yeah, well, I do agree though that Shinso hopefully gets to be in the hero course and gets to be part of Class 1A.
That'd be sweet. No, he needs to go to Class B, because Class B is the best. I'm gonna put that out here right now. Class B is the shit. Yeah. Unapologetically love Class B. Copy Pasta is my favorite character.
Your OT me?
Yes, he's the OT me.
Yeah, he came up with that term, not me.
The one true me.
The one true me, yeah.
The one true me. Oh, no, he's doing the tiny lines with the micron now.
Yeah, I actually don't like that micron in particular.
Really?
That one has a hard time getting the ink to come out. See, I'm having to do that.
Oh, okay.
That one has a hard time getting the ink to come out. I think that might
just gonna buy a new one?
I think I might have to buy a new one. Actually, honestly, I think that was the reason. Maybe it's just like almost dead and I'm just not like catching on to that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm almost dead. You know, you should probably get a new one. Like, why is this thing fucking shitty?
It's trying to tell you. It's trying to tell you.
Yeah, it's just me being what is that? Dense.
Yeah.
Being the man, the main.
Being the baka you are.
Being the baka gaijin I am. Man.
Yeah.
No, I'm the protagonist of any.
Yeah. Of any harem show.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
Yeah. You're gonna like Nozaki levels of unnoticing.
No. Yes. The basketball player.
Oh no. Oh, Seo, right?
No, that's the girl.
No. Okay.
The guy.
Oh, the guy one.
I cannot remember his name. He's definitely more dense than I am.
That guy is so dense.
But
oh man,
that guy's funny as fuck though.
Yeah, I agree.
You take me out to family restaurants all the time, buy me dinner, and then you always buy me gifts randomly when it's not even our like birthday or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I think she likes him.
Yeah.
I love that shit so damn much.
Oh man.
And if Gekon Shoujo Nozaki-kun, it is a very fun anime. Manga's still going.
Priceless.
But it's definitely worth the watch.
Yeah, priceless.
Oh god, oh that's so funny. Whew. I think we're also gonna watch another one, maybe tonight a bit. Like this one anime a friend of ours recommended. It was like from 2014.
Yeah,
it's called
like
Sagebu or something.
Sagebu.
Sabagabu.
Sagebu. It's the survival game club.
Yeah, it seemed. Hold on.
Seemed interesting. The gifts for it were priceless. The gifts are what sold us.
Oh yeah, there were some really funny ones.
So we gotta see it.
The old woman on the tractor.
Old woman on a tractor with a machine gun.
Yeah, it's like these young whippersnappers.
Yeah,
running their place.
Yeah, I think you're almost done with the line art.
Yeah,
it takes you about 60 to 55 to 60% of this video to do the line art, and then that's when you bust out the Copics.
Yes.
Are those Copics? We should have rode that elevator down. We were at IkiCon in the elevator, and he's got the big tub of markers. We're coming back from the booth, and the door opens up, and for someone who's going down.
Yeah.
We're going up. And so they're like, no, that's fine, we'll stay off. And then all of a sudden, right when the door closes, they just go, wait, are those Copics? I told him he should have just instantly hit down and went back and said yes.
It's like, but we're going down now. Worth it.
Worth it.
No, I think I wanted to go to bed. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, you were done.
I'm always...
You were done.
If you ever catch me at a con, you're probably going to find me at least like 50% done.
Yeah, although the best was right after that, we got to the room and we couldn't get in. Because remember, no one was there.
Yeah, no one was there.
No one was there, so we ended up standing outside for about 15 minutes.
That was really awkward. I forgot about that.
Funny.
That was also... God, there's a...
The erasing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on at those cons that are like, man, I'm really miserable. Why is this happening?
Those
sort
are
of
always
stories.
funny. Those are always great.
That A-Con last year, man, I was in a not a good state.
I remember that.
I had an ulcer. I had pinched a nerve in my spine. There was some other thing I was being treated for because I was on 3 different medications. One was the antacid, one was the anti-inflammatory, and then there was like some other medication because I think I might have gotten sick too.
Yeah, you had fallen apart. You were not falling apart like normal. You had legit just fallen apart.
I was legit falling apart. And I was still...
He was taped together like a One Piece character after being injured.
It's true. Actually, I think that was funny because that was the con and they had like 2 commissions.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank God I only have 2 commissions.
Yeah.
Because I am dead.
Mm-hmm.
I am literally just, taped together.
I am done with this.
I was so done with that con. Don't get me wrong, A-Con was fun and all, but I definitely am glad that I'm doing a bit of going back to some of these old characters and redrawing them because it's funny to see. Like, I don't know, none of you, and it's kind of embarrassing to even think about like some of the art that I did when I first started doing conventions. I think we did my first convention was 2016.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I believe at least the Texas one.
Yeah, because this would be the 4th A-Con we've been at. So 3 years ago would be 2016. So 2016 was my first A-Con, and that was actually before My Hero Academia's anime even came out.
That's true.
And I had My Hero Academia stickers.
That's true.
As well as a lot of Fire Emblem Fates, Fire Emblem Awakening art as well. And I think I'll never forget when Wes came up to me and said, now, I think it was something along the lines of, you may fail, but at least you had the courage to try and fail.
I did say that.
Yeah.
I did say that.
Because
it's very shonen.
Yeah, it was very shonen. It was really funny too. And mainly because of the fact I actually, looking back on all the art I had made and all the art I had printed, it's like trash compared to what I'm doing now.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I think the only sticker that survived from that first run of My Hero Academia stickers is Tokoyami.
That's it, yeah. Tokoyami is still there. Because I remember you said, quote, I'm not redoing all that scratchy ink work.
Yeah, that is correct, yes.
For Dark Shadow.
Yeah.
And so that still remains the same.
Yeah, people still like it, and then to be fair, I like it too. It's not like I think I can do it better or worse or anything like that.
It just looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks fine as is.
Yeah.
It's just really funny to think about, like, wow, 3 years. There's a lot. There's a lot. A lot can happen in 3 years.
I know.
Yeah, especially because thinking about, too, in terms of where A-Con is at. Like, back then, A-Con was at...
This is the second venue.
They're at the Hilton Anatole for the last year.
Anatole. Yeah.
Which was like, man, that was a good year because they had, like, finally figured out how to make everything, work properly. And then they had to, like, leave because they were charging them, going to charge them extra because the hotel
water park
was going to get a water park and become a resort.
Yeah.
So they moved to Fort Worth, for better or for worse. It was okay. I actually didn't mind that venue.
It's fine.
It was just the layout for Artist Alley Dealer's Room was pretty miserable next year. Cause
I've been there for a lot of card gaming events, so it's nowhere new to me.
Yeah, it's just like no one could find you.
Yeah.
No one. If you want
good luck.
Good luck, Godspeed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be found. Then this past year they kind of fixed it.
They fixed it. It sounded like I wasn't there at the horrible one because I missed that one.
No, yeah, this is the one that you were at.
I'm talking about. So I wasn't there for that first one.
Yeah.
At the DFW.
Yeah, which was weird because I had a lot of commissions, but man, did I not do very well there. Actually, I think I did okay. Doesn't matter. Point is that then the next year was kind of also just like, wow, that layout is.
There was too much space inside all the islands.
Yeah, so the way they did it is they have these square islands that
had one exit.
One exit, yeah, which is definitely off fire code.
And they must have been like 20 tables at least.
Yeah, 20 tables.
Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
So inside of each island was enough room. We could have just had a slumber party in there. Every artist could have stayed. We all could have slept in there.
Yeah, and we'd all have room too.
Yeah, I was pulling people in there to do cosplay photos.
Yeah.
Because that way you could get out of the aisle.
Yeah, and then we were all saying like this is like the Hunger Games, you know.
Yeah.
Like, each artist has to fight to the death.
Yeah, we were all in blocks for whatever shonen tournament it was.
Yeah, or that I think we said it was more Yu Yu Hakusho than anything.
It was definitely Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, you gotta like fight.
You were in the C block.
Yeah,
you gotta fight it out to get on to the next level.
Yeah. And like top 4 from that one get to form a team, and then they have to go fight all these other teams. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the Dark Tournament of
I'd watch that. Dark Tournament of Akon.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
Artist Alley for money.
Yeah, we could have to fight whoever was stealing all the light bulbs from the elevators for the past like 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's a different thing. Oh, God.
They probably have them all as weapons or something.
Just throw them on the ground. Like, oh shit!
Yeah, dude, watch out! That's gonna cut someone.
Yeah, it's hurtful, man.
Motherfucker, I'm crazy. I'm the light bulb guy.
Did you know Jamie actually, not to out Jamie, but Jamie did used to steal shit at conventions, I think.
Nice. That sounds like her.
Yeah, I think she stole some signs.
Nice.
And then was like, don't worry, I had a fall guy all ready to go. I was like,
she would have a fall guy.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, Jamie, you're fucking wild.
She would have a fall guy.
Oh, also, very good artist. Working to be a storyboard artist.
That's right, yeah. I've seen like her animatics and stuff.
Very good. Rooster Teeth, hire her already. Goddamn.
Right?
She does like to. She wants to work for Rooster Teeth. She's a big fan of all of their products, which is understandable. I honestly still can't get over the fact that Red vs. Blue is still going.
I didn't know that. What did they say? What did she say it was like 17 seasons?
The 17th season finale just happened.
That is nuts, considering I watched up to season 3 and didn't really think it would go anywhere after that, despite thinking it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, just like it's a bunch of funny guys. I thought it just stopped. I thought it was just one of those things that like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is apparently still going, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, I think Little Karibo only gets to do things now whenever he's working with Team 4-Star. As a little cameo actor in whatever Dragon Ball thing they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Something pops up for that.
Speaking of pop culture, I do want to talk about Pokemon.
Oh yeah, definitely Pokemon. Yeah.
Because recently, I actually it was funny. I didn't care about Pokemon at first until like Josh came over, my brother yesterday. Started talking about all the leaks and stuff that, and then like, hey, happy birthday present, and get well soon gift. Here's a Switch.
Just a free Switch. Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I was like, Josh, how did you do this? What?
Yeah.
Who'd you do to get this? It was very nice of him. I'm very thankful. But now that I have a Switch, I'm like, well, now I have to care about Pokemon.
You really do. Yeah. That's the whole point of having a Switch now.
Right? First it was Smash Bros. Now it's Pokemon.
Yeah, that's it.
Which I will not ever get the GameCube adapter thing for it.
That's totally fine. Devin doesn't need it.
No, he doesn't.
No.
I'm doing it just specifically to spite him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he did Romance Futaba.
Internet, do your worst. You could find him at the tag Echolamar.
I don't know. We'll link it somewhere. Just send him a picture of something.
Just send him your anger. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just send him a video of how mad you are.
Yeah, just send him a video telling him that he has shit taste.
Yeah, you should. You don't romance your sister. I thought it was so funny when Jamie thought he actually dated his real life sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was a funny mix-up. Oh, man. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Pokemon. I'm excited to see what they do. I was really mad because I was like looking. So there's like 2 separate leaks that came out. One is about the direct that's coming out in a couple days, saying like, oh, here's all these Pokemon listed here.
Here's some mechanics for the game.
Yeah,
like
and
Teamsters.
Teamsters, which is a stupid name, which means it has to be real.
It has to be real.
Then they have this this thing called the Tardibus, which I was like, is that just a fucking TARDIS?
It's a TARDIS bus, probably.
It said it was Jim Davis or something.
It said someone designed it.
Yeah,
it was an American. I need to Google that.
It was an American name, so I didn't quite understand what was going on with that. Yeah, it said Jim Davis. That's a Magic player. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know who it says in the paste bin.
But the other one was like, oh, here's the entire Pokedex. And I was looking through the Pokedex and I was like, wow, I love all of these. And then
oh man, the names are so dumb. They have to be real.
Yeah, like, what was
like
it?
The typings are amazing, yeah.
Yeah, like the show-off Pokemon was like some bug called Swagat or something like that.
Yeah, there was like, the names were amazing. They were so amazingly bad.
Yeah.
I thought they were real.
Yeah, but then the other one that has some more like, gameplay stuff reveals other Pokemon.
Also mentioned Pokemon.
But it didn't mention anyone that was in that leak, the Pokedex leak, which I'm like, well, that's a tragedy that these are probably... If one
is real, the other one has to be a lie. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Which is unfortunate because, man, I was excited by the concept of...
fighting electric?
Yeah. There's
some cool stuff like that.
Yeah, there was one of the things, too, that they had, like... This is probably another reason why I should have believed it to be fake, only because it was like, here's all these other Pokemon from previous gens that are now getting evolutions, and they had one for Rapidash, Dunsparce.
Every Pokemon that needs an evolution was getting one.
Yeah, and you're like, man,
clearly fake.
Clearly fake.
This is clearly fake.
Yeah, I was a little upset to think about it because I was like kind of hype on it. Then I'm like, wait, no, don't you fall for this, Matthew.
No, they'll never give the fans what they want.
Because you know what? Actually, I remember this Pokedex very very similar because they the Fire Grass Pokemon was a Chili Pepper. That was in the same Sun and Moon League.
That was in that Sun and Moon League.
And then also the Rapidash I think was also in that Sun and Moon League too, but I don't recall if that's correct or not. But it sounds about right because I remember being like, Rapidash becoming a Pegasus, that sounds normal. Yeah. That sounds very reasonable. And then being like, oh, it's not here. That's
right.
But yeah, they're also, I don't know, the other leak that that's from the paste bin, I was talking about the Galar variants for Pokemon, I was like, I didn't like the Alolan versions as much. Don't get me wrong, there's some of them that are really cool. Definitely. But that Dugtrio is pretty lame.
We were too spoiled because our buddy Vince in America thought up the perfect Alolan Diglett. Yeah. So, flying type, but it's in a cloud. Yeah. And it comes out the bottom of the cloud.
Yeah, it's so cool.
The exact reverse of a normal Diglett.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's so perfect. Cool. And then it just comes in and they're like, nah, dude, we got locks. Yeah. He's
a surfer. He's Fabio now.
Yeah, and I'm like, no! Vincent America, why did you spoil me?
It's true.
And then, the Alolan Golem is kind of meh, too. It looks kind of weird. Alolan Muck looks cool.
Alolan Marowak.
Alolan Marowak is dope.
Very cool.
I do like Alolan Ninetales. Yes. Alolan Raichu I think is cute.
Agreed.
The Alolan Persian is dumb.
Yes, very much.
Alolan Raticate's dumb. I actually appreciate how stupid Alolan Executor is.
I love it. Because it's the best.
Yeah, I love it because it's stupid. Yeah. But in a way that I'm like, alright, I'm down. I like it.
That's so Pokemon.
Yeah. Like the Alolan Raticate and the Alolan Persian, you can like it if you want to. I'm not telling you can't like it. It's just I think it fucking looks stupid.
I do like how they're kind of a bitch, though.
Oh, yeah. That's Alolan Meowth looks cool.
Yeah, Alolan Meowth.
Alolan Rattata looks pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Then they evolved, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, definitely.
But, we'll see. We'll probably find out. And honestly, maybe both of them are wrong, and then we'll... find out something completely different.
It could be even better than both of them.
Yeah, I hope. Some of the stuff in there was a little interesting. I didn't understand. There's this thing called, they're trying to do a 6v6 battling.
Yeah, the 6v6 with 6 different people who each have one Pokemon.
Yeah, so it's like they're trying to capitalize on the fact that the Switch can wirelessly, do all that stuff and probably can handle actually that kind of a system. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, it just seems a little overcomplicated.
Yeah, and then the way that they said that, okay, so for the gym battle, the first thing you have to do is do that.
Yeah, you have to beat them with the Teamsters first.
And then afterwards, then you can have a normal battle.
Yeah, you can have a normal battle, and if you beat them in it, you get to recruit them.
Yeah, which I'm like, I don't need all that extra stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also, I like how they're calling them Gym Masters, though.
Gym Masters sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because, like, Lola was so different in terms of, like, coming off of the formula, and I actually really liked that they did that.
Yeah, I agree.
I do hope they have a skip button for all the cutscenes.
That would be great. So that means they probably didn't put it in.
No, God, no. Why would they do that? It's,
Yeah.
I think my brother always said it best, but it's, for Pokemon, it's, one step forward, 2 steps sideways, 1 step back, and 3 steps to the other side.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's some sort of an electric slide.
Yeah.
Slash
Slide.
cha-cha slide, yeah.
I do hope that they do, one of the things that was brought up is that the Pokemon, your starters will always follow you.
Oh, that is cool. I've always loved that since Yellow. When
Yeah.
you could have Pikachu follow you.
Yeah, and everyone wants that. That's why I really liked it in Pokemon Let's Go and in Pokemon Go when they added it in as a feature. Yeah. It's so weird because in My Hero Academia, even like the heroes look kind of like villains.
Yeah, some of them definitely.
Like their outfits. And when Deku has like the little like that mask portion on,
he has the mask too. He does not look like a superhero.
Yeah, he does not look heroic at all. Like even this, like the Persona quirk or whatever it's called, Persona code.
Yeah.
The little
the mask, the Bane mask.
The Bane mask. Yeah, see Bane. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bane mask.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, it's interesting too because I think one of the things I like about the show is their costume designs for their hero outfits. Because as I said, like some of them don't look like heroes. Some they don't look like heroes, but they all have really interesting, unique takes on and stuff.
I like where they discuss like the idea of what being a hero is.
That's
stuff
true
like
too.
That.
I do think it's funny too, also because they were making fun of Copy Pasta with his outfit being just like a dapper,
his outfit is amazing.
Is a dapper gentleman. Like they're like, oh, I guess it wouldn't make sense. He doesn't, since his power is just to copy things. He doesn't really need to, He
doesn't need a utility outfit, so he just needs to style on everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what he should do anyway.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, it's interesting because they don't really have a full hero outfit for Shinso just yet. They just had him in the winter sports festival outfit.
Yeah,
they're gym clothes. They're gym clothes.
Jumpsuit.
Yeah, the UA gym clothes, but it's the winter version. So I'm interested to see what he does for his outfit. If he does get to come back. Spoilers, he hasn't come back yet. Again, right now it's cool. They're focusing on the villains now.
I do like that. Yeah, the villains arc is really awesome.
Yeah.
Again, talking about the creator doing what they love.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the part he wanted to get to the entire time.
Oh yeah, no, it's cool too
because of all the homages to like American comics.
Like the main villain for this arc kind of looks like the Joker.
Yeah, there's even that panel where he just is the Joker from The Killing Joke.
Yeah,
with
his hat and everything. Yeah, it's
and the panels all become like an American comic.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
It's very interesting, and a lot of the chapter titles are based off of American comic books.
Yeah,
or references to different stories and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's very cool where he's going with the story, but again, it's weird too because you're like, well, where is this going?
Yeah, I want to know what's happening.
Yeah, it's always that's what's rough about reading serials week to week is you're like, oh man, we're in a kind of you're either A in a boring arc and you're kind of just having to wait to get to the next one, or B you're in a really cool arc and you're like, man, I just want to know how this ends.
Yeah,
but it's so funny because you want the same thing, you want it to end.
Yeah, you always want it to end, but it's about how you get there.
Yeah. You're like, I want this to end because I'm just miserable and I want it to end. Or this is so fucking hype, I want to see how it ends. This is great. Oh, man.
Yeah, I agree. That's the shonen manga struggle.
Yeah, tell me about it. Because right now with One Piece, you're like, oh man, Wano, everything's fucking crazy. Holy shit.
No, the Wano hype.
Yeah, and you're like, also, because like, Oda has we've been on 70% done for a while now.
Something around 70%.
Yeah,
I believe is where the series is at.
Because right now, because I'm thinking about it in terms of how One Piece where it is at. Because they just need to beat. Technically, they need to beat the 4 emperors.
Yes.
And then they need to beat
the world government.
The world government. That's basically it.
That's pretty much all that's left.
Yeah, because they've got 2 road poneglyphs.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got the rubbing from Big Mom, and they got the one that was in Zoe.
Yeah.
So they need 2 more?
I believe it was 4, yeah.
Yeah, because Kaido has one.
Been a while.
And then one of them's missing.
That's right.
The one that's missing is obviously probably owned by the world government.
Probably the world government.
Probably the world government has it. So basically, yeah, they've got to fight. So after this Kaido fight, which I'm pretty sure also going to end with them beating Big Mom too in some way.
Something, yeah, because Big Mom is there.
Yeah, Big Mom's there, so it's a little weird. So he has to beat both of them. Mm-hmm. And then Luffy said specifically he's going to beat Shanks.
Yes, so he still has to fight Shanks.
Yeah, and then they have this whole thing with Buggy and all them too going on.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Then they have to talk about what happened at the Reverie.
Yes, we still don't know all of that stuff.
And then they have to beat Blackbeard.
Yeah, Blackbeard and his crew.
Yeah, and then the world government. That's another reason too. We also need to find out who the last Straw Hat is, I think.
I think there's one more. There should be.
It's either one or two.
There's supposed to be one more person from Gold Roger's crew they're going to meet too.
Right.
Like, aren't they on Raftel or something?
Yeah, I think that's something like that was along those lines.
There's a theory of that.
There's a theory. I don't know if it's true or not.
I don't know. So,
but all I know is that they've got about like 7 people they need to beat.
Yeah, there's still a lot left to go through.
I'd say you say that, but not really.
But not really.
Yeah, like. Because, like, thinking about it, like, how many adventures they've had thus far, you know.
That's true.
Though, why have they not gone to Elbath yet? That's what I want to know.
I know. And they had that with Big Mom.
Yeah, they mentioned
drama
that.
With the giants.
Yeah, that's true. They did mention it. Man,
yeah.
It's just, there's so much in One Piece, and it's so crazy that all of it kind of interconnects. And, like, one of the things that I really love about One Piece is that, like, you can show me any character from One Piece, and I will know who they are.
Yeah, they're very distinct.
Yeah, like, man. And, like, it's so crazy, too, because they're all very distinct, and then you're, like, immediately can tell you, like, you might not be able to tell you their name, but you'll be able to say what every single thing they did in the arc that they were involved in. Because I can't remember the train conductor's name, but from Water 7, but if you showed me her,
picture of her,
it's like, oh shit, that's that mermaid.
Yeah, you know everybody.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's just funny too because I'm like, because there's parts in some chapters where Oda feels the need to like put in little text boxes. Hey, this is
who this person is.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I know who this is. Fuck all the non-readers. Come on, I know who all these people are.
Yeah,
these are all my buddies.
Right.
But yeah, it's like also another reason too is because Luffy's crew needs to match Blackbeard's crew.
I've heard that theory,
so that each person can fight a member of Blackbeard's crew. And then there's like the whole thing with Luffy's now armada that he has, that he's like, that they said, oh yeah, these people are going to be related to some great calamity that happens, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the fight against the world government, or maybe something then involving Blackbeard, because Oda's like, each fight, it seems to get more and more massive on each scale.
It's true.
Like, none of it seems like, you know, like old One Piece where it's like, you know, oh, they gotta fight, like, Zoro fights number 2 guy, Sanji fights the weird guy.
Yeah.
Usopp fights the derp character.
Nami usually fights a girl.
Yeah. Robin fights somebody that has a bizarre power.
Yeah, really bizarre power usually.
Usually fighting either the 4th strongest or the 3rd strongest. Like, Chopper ends up fighting a derp. Like, Chopper gets always the dumb fights.
Yeah.
Except for that fight. I mean, no, that guy was also pretty dumb in Water 7. But either way, but then like after time skip, even that fight when it was showing off how much stronger they become, that fight still felt pretty big compared to most fights. And then even in each fight going on further has been
progressively larger.
Yeah, and you're like, because like that fight at Dressrosa is just one big war.
Yeah,
like there's
gigantic.
Like there's so many fucking people there, and then now and even in Big Mom's fight there was like not as many people, but it still felt like holy shit, this is big. Like this is a big event.
That was huge.
So like it's really cool about that. I really enjoy that One Piece can just keep upping and upping and upping, and you're like,
up the ante
every time. And it's cool because it's not like it's about like power levels.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things I think Dragon Ball always fell short on, is because it was always just like, okay, you have all these people, you have
Super Saiyan has a level 1 million power level or something. And it's like, and then you need to get to 1,000,000.5, you know?
Right, because it's always about getting to the one guy.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter about any of his minions, you know, okay, that's the strongest guy there, Goku's going to fight that strong guy. Whereas, like, with One Piece, sure, you know that Luffy's going to probably fight Big Mom and Kaido, you just don't know how. Or how he's going to get there. Because also, Luffy's, like, everyone's power level in that series is much more, I don't know.
It's a little less defined.
Yeah, it's not
much less defined.
Yeah, it's like, sure, they
you have the bounty to determine something, but
even then they even said the bounty's not, like, a power level determining
it's
thing.
not fully your power level.
Because, like, again, like, because you talked about specifically, like, the 7 warlords of the sea.
Yeah.
Like, sure, they were contracted to, you know, be part of the world government when they had that bounty. Like, you know, Crocodile specifically said that Crocodile, like, sure, when he started joining the world government, his bounty that had been taken away was at like about 80 million.
Yeah, it was something like
that. But he was pretty low. But his power level would be more on par with someone who was worth how much Luffy jumped to after beating crocodile.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, and then sometimes, like, people's bounties were higher, like, Eustace Kid, since he killed,
Right, depending on how, like, violent you were and all your misdemeanors. So, yeah, it seems like that. Like, I don't know, yeah, the fact that the power levels are not as defined, and also the fights are just a bit more, like, interesting.
Less defined, also, yeah.
Yeah, because, like...
less, like... Yeah.
I need a power up.
Dragon Ball can get a little predictable.
Yeah, like, what's cool, though, is, like, when, you know, Luffy first did Gear 2, you're like... What?
Yeah, that was great.
That's the direction we're taking the Gum Gum power?
Yeah.
And then, like, freaking, what's his name? Doflamingo is going like, oh, you haven't even awakened your power.
You haven't even got to the next level. Like, now I'm gonna turn all these buildings into string, dude.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you even know about this?
Yeah, you bet you fucking didn't, you fucking moron.
And now he's working on the thing where he can hit people without punching them.
Yeah,
you know,
like the hockey. He's like, no, wait, it's... Yeah, that's so funny. He's like, about to punch the dude. Oh, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't punch me?
So...
Yeah, that's great.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, it's, man... It's kind of got derailed on the One Piece thing. It always does.
That always happens.
It always happens, but it seems we've been going on for quite a while.
Yeah, what's the next con we're going to be? Is Akon, right?
Akon, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Akon. It's going to be at the end of June. Then we didn't get into Tokyo and Tulsa.
Yeah, July's our off month.
Yeah,
we'll make sure to just make a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's probably...
Get caught up on posts.
Definitely, and also get caught up on my prints. I got about 22 more illustrations. Quite a lot. To do before September.
You need to finish. You know the one you need to finish before Akon, so that we can flex on everyone.
It's true.
There will be a flex at Akon.
There will be.
There will be.
There will be a lot of flexing.
There will be.
Oh, let me tell you.
Sexy.
Person dies. Kimi no koto. Watashi no koto. Alright. That's enough spoilers for now. Just know it'll be fucking lit, fam.
Oh, true. It's gonna be advanced lit. Chaucer, if you will. Yeah.
Only the highest brow of literary jokes here.
Yeah, the highest brow shit tier literary jokes here.
Yeah. Well, definitely got to get better at signing off on these things. Huh?
Oh, yeah, we can't sign off for jack shit.
No, it's because we keep wanting to talk more, and like, that's how it is.
It. Yeah, come by our booth and talk with us, please.
Definitely. If there's anything that we have said here that you want to, add to and bring back to the conversation.
If you have any great shit tier literary jokes, please let us know.
Let us know in the comments below. Oh, young Maxwell. Well, in the meantime, we're going to head out. We got some anime to watch tonight.
Yeah.
It's always been fun. As always, stay safe on the journey, and we will see you next time.